Just one day after the death of actor Heath Ledger, already some on the far right are trying to link his death with the fact that he played a gay cowboy in the movie Brokeback Mountain. One radical Christian group, which I'm not going to even name tonight so I don't give them any more publicity, has even gone as far as announcing they're going to picket Ledger's funeral, releasing a flyer that reads, "Heath Ledger thought it was great fun, defying God Almighty and his plain word. God hates the sordid, tacky bucket of slime seasoned with vomit known as Brokeback Mountain, and he hates all persons having anything whatsoever to do with it." Then there's this question posed on a Yahoo.com discussion board. Do you think Heath Ledger died because God was mad that he played a blank in that movie Brokeback Mountain? You never know. He works in mysterious ways. Still with us is MSNBC.com, Courtney Hazlett and Peter Beinart, editor-at-large for the New Republic. Peter, I got to tell you, I wasn't even surprised when I heard about this stuff. When I heard that Heath Ledger died, I said, I will bet you there are going to be some of these nuts on the fringe right who are going to be somehow linking his death to Brokeback Mountain.
And sadly, you were right. I mean, unfortunately, even though we've made some progress as a society in terms of overcoming anti-gay bigotry, there are still people out there who are lunatic enough to believe that God would strike you down, not just because you were gay, but in this case, because you played someone in the movies that were gay. It's both sick and hysterical, actually.
I was surprised, to tell you. Look, John Gibson does and says a lot of things I don't agree with over on Fox. But I was surprised that he, on his radio show, was mocking Heath Ledger. And I think, in part, it's pretty clear because of what this movie was about. Listen.
Well, since we're going to be working together, I reckon it's time we start drinking together.
You don't go out there and finish it.
You don't know nothing about it. Boy, sure found a way to make the time pass up there. We was fishing buddies.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Well, he found out how to quit you. Heath Ledger died, and I'm sure people will be upset. All you Brokeback Mountain fans, you want to give Christine a call, she'll be happy to talk to you.
We're dead.
We're dead.
I mean,
we're dead.
These are actual clips from the movie. I mean, Peter, is it pretty clear to you that Gibson is mocking it because of what the movie's about?
Oh, yeah. Look, first of all, Gibson shouldn't do humor in any case. He's terrible at it. And he certainly shouldn't try to do humor about someone's death when even a good comedian would look like a jerk. And he looks like a jerk and someone who's not funny.
I mean, but put aside the not funny. A, it's so distasteful, and B, the notion that this is being linked by anyone. Courtney, at the time the movie came out, there was a hubbub about it, right?
Of course. I mean, it was a groundbreaking subject matter. This wasn't the type of thing that had been treated in any way, really, in film. And there were a variety of protests, but they were more sort of groundswell uprisings. They weren't huge collective movements. At the end of the day, this film made $178 million worldwide. It spent over 19 weeks at the box office. I don't think you get that out of curiosity. I think you get that out of respect for good acting, good directing, and a great film.
Here's some of what the messages on Yahoo, all right? He probably felt so guilty for playing that role that he killed himself. I can think of many reasons why we should not mourn the loss of Hollywood decadence. What did he contribute to society? Brokeback Mountain. That's on a different blog. That is what he gets for participating in poisoning the minds of people with gayness. I mean, this is insanity. I have to tell you, I mean, yes, I thought it was going to happen to some degree, but the notion that there are going to be some people there picketing at his funeral, I mean, this is disgusting beyond what I even expected. And I think, and I fear, and Peter, look, you get accused and attacked by the far right all the time. I think it's going to continue to some degree.
Well, and I think what John Gibson did, and this is something you see that Rush Limbaugh does a lot too, which is a kind of a wink and a nod thing. I mean, he doesn't come out and say it in exactly the terms that these crazies on the web does, but he's clearly saying that he thinks it's fine not to respect this guy in the way that we would normally respect any human being who would who had died.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, we're keeping an eye on you guys out there. If you start mocking him, I'm not going to give publicity to fringe groups. That's why we didn't say the name of that one group that's going to be picketing. But when Gibson or someone else does it like this, we're going to call you out on it. Courtney Hazlett, Peter Beinart, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Up next.